Many carnivore advocates claim the diet is the solution to their mental health conditions, but I think it might be the source of mine. A good way to test whether your life sucks is to see if your breakfast looks like this. I know that Michaela said the carnivore diet's curing her depression, but I think it's causing mine. Food brings me pleasure, so restricting it is painful.
What's a carnivore's most dangerous habitat? The candy aisle. This must be how a gazelle feels when a lion's ripping its heart out.
Avoiding this pain is simple. Keep your mind busy. The simple task of sitting at a desk and trying to get things done prevents my mind from considering all the foods that I would like to be eating. The only thing that matters is the task at hand, and that eliminates all the cravings that I'm feeling from the restrictions of this diet. If a side effect of carnivore is working hard, that's a bargain I'll sign up for. Creating these videos is keeping my mind occupied, relieving the pain of the restrictions from this diet, but I'm also learning that working all day is not sustainable long term. Is it possible for a diet to change your personality and drain your creativity? Because I think that's what this diet's doing. I spent a full day editing a video after 12 consecutive weeks of creating videos, and I feel like the quality went down. How could I have this much more experience, yet feel like I'm creating the worst content that I have since starting this diet? At this point, I'm legitimately getting concerned that this is not good for me, but I also doubt that gorging on food is a great way to find happiness. Maybe this just means that food is framed wrong in my mind, and I should just be thinking it solely as a source of fuel rather than a source of pleasure, and I should be seeking joy and excitement in other areas of life. The optimist in me tells me that I'll come out of this diet with a new mentality about food. Maybe this will destroy my inner glutton, and I'll have more self-control around food if I do ever return to a normal diet, which is why I made this week's mission to find fun while forgetting about food.
Now that there's no more food that I'm looking forward to, I had to find a new activity to look forward to. I'm pretty nervous to see how this goes, and I actually had to find some secluded area where there's no civilians around because I don't want anybody seeing this botched attempt. Which might be a problem because maybe somebody should be here just in case I end up cracking my head open. But at the same time, I think I'd rather die than die of embarrassment. I'm gonna keep going through this ollie until I get it. And I don't care if I crack my head open. At this point, it doesn't really feel like there's much left inside anyways. Did I get it? Definitely got it that time.
Developing a new skill requires a lot of effort and focus, helping you forget about the issues of daily life and keeping you excited about improving in the future.
Will a carnivore diet help my skateboarding skills? Sounds like a ridiculous question, but that might make me a little bit more reckless in how I'm conducting my life. Because since there's no more excitement and joy in my food, I gotta find some thrills elsewhere.
Another issue might be that I've been spending the last 3 months focusing solely on self-improvement with no time to relax and enjoy the day. Relaxation typically breeds temptation, so active recovery and social activities are likely the best options for improving my energy while avoiding cravings.
Keeping my mind occupied doesn't mean that I have to be working. I could be learning new skills, participating in social activities, meeting up with friends, just keep being busy, because anytime that I stop, that's when I start dwelling on the fact that all that I'm eating is meat. Today I'm turning my current home of Toronto into Europe. Anytime I'm in Europe, I get a city bike and then just bike around and explore the place. Again, I've lived in Toronto for 5 years, and I still haven't seen much outside of my neighborhoods to keep my mind occupied and stop thinking about the fact that all I'm eating is beef. Decided that today we're gonna go out exploring, see what we can find.
Back in for my exploration of the city, and that was good enough to keep my mind off of this diet for quite a while. So I think that what I need to do is just keep myself constantly active. Spending 2 days biking around the city is teaching me that I often eat for entertainment when I'm alone and for camaraderie when I'm with others. I decided that this weekend I was going to be prioritizing some fun activities like hanging out with friends, going and learning how to skateboard for the first time in 15 years, going for some bike rides, getting some sun, doing something that's going to take my mind off of the fact that I'm only eating beef. So I went out and I did these different things, and while I was doing them, I wasn't thinking at all about food or how limited I am in my diet. The only times that those things became an issue was when the people that I was with wanted to get some food or get some coffee or drink something, and they're always concerned that I'm not going to be able to participate in these activities, so they don't want to do it, so I'm kind of impeding on their experience. Normal people don't want to bike for 10 hours a day. They'd rather stop to get food and drinks. So I told them, don't worry about me, go ahead, get coffee, get ice cream, do whatever you want. It's not gonna bother me. Knowing fully well that it is going to be slightly bothersome to be sitting with some people who are enjoying some ice cream and I'm sitting there with my cup of water just trying to participate in the conversation. But I also recognize that, yeah, there's probably some guilt associated with eating an ice cream sandwich or drinking a coffee when you're with somebody who's been eating nothing but meat for 3 straight months. So I'm becoming an impediment to their enjoyment. Meals evolved as a social community event. When our ancestors killed an animal, the feast was for the entire tribe. You'd have to be a serious outcast
outcast not to participate. So I'm worried about becoming a bit of a social pariah that people don't want to have around. Whether you're a carnivore or a vegan, there's one rule that anyone on any diet must follow. Unless specifically asked, do not talk about your diet. Suffer in silence while others indulge. This might not relieve the pain of the restrictions from the diet, but it's your only hope of retaining your relationships. Even though being social is taking my mind off of the restrictions that I'm placing on myself, it's also a constant reminder of them. With the omnipresent dietary restrictions limiting my social engagement, there has to be a very compelling reason to make me want to continue with this diet. And so I decided to pick up a couple of the top carnivores books. Got the Carnivore Code by Paul Saladino and the Carnivore Diet by Sean Baker, which I'm starting to read today. Hopefully that's enough to keep me motivated and inspired to continue with this diet, because the last few weeks have been super difficult when I'm adding all these additional restrictions on myself, making my life even harder when I'm not getting any added benefit. After going through 13 weeks on a carnivore diet, I think I can start to learn more about the evolutionary principles, nutritional science, and personal anecdotes supporting the diet without worrying that they're going to influence my expectations or interpretation of my carnivore experience. I think I can start immersing myself more in the carnivore community and the carnivore knowledge without that biasing my experience, since my experience is already documented. Consuming information about nutrition and the carnivore diet is reminding me about why I started in the first place and getting me excited about unlocking some future benefits. I don't know if it's from prioritizing the recreational activities this weekend or diving into the carnivore diet science, but I'm finally starting to feel like my energy is beginning to return and my enthusiasm about the diet is beginning to increase. It could be a combination of all of these things, and it could also be coming from the fact that I am finally accepting that even though I was supposed to be finishing the diet this week, I have to extend the end date. I committed to following the diet for 90 days, and that time is up. That is 3 months of nothing but meat, and I can't believe that it's actually been 3 months. But for a variety of reasons, I'm not ready to finish with the diet. So I initially committed to doing this diet for 90 days, but I'm going to have to extend that end date because I'm not ready to finish this and do a proper analysis, nor can I get the diagnostic testing that I originally got. And with that in mind, I have a new goal. Accepting the fact that I have to extend and setting a new goal is starting to return some of my enthusiasm about continuing with the diet. I also feel like for the last few days, I've been finally adapting to this all beef version of the diet where my cravings for other foods are seriously diminishing. Now that I'm adapting to the carnivore diet, I can shift the focus of these videos from documenting to analyzing my experience, learning if there's any way that I can address the problems through animal-based solutions. Which is why next week's mission is to summarize my experience and plan for the extension of the diet. As difficult as this diet is to maintain, I am excited to continue with it, reintroducing different animal products, learning about their nutritional properties, and finding out how they affect me. If you want to learn more about the benefits, drawbacks, lessons learned, and future changes, then subscribe to this channel. And if you want healthy, delicious, locally raised animal products delivered to your door, then check out truelocal.ca. Thank you all for watching, and I'm excited to continue sharing this journey with all of you.